Bitcoin right now is approaching a very important level, guys. Right here in the price action, we are seeing Bitcoin's price converging, and most likely we'll either see a breakout to the upside or to the downside. But we are also approaching a very important level right here in the momentum indicator. So guys, we are going to have a look at that. Then we are going to have a look at DOGECOIN in the US dollar comparative as well, because DOGECOIN had a 40% dump yesterday, guys, even while Elon Musk was mentioning it on Saturday Night Live. So we are going to have a quick talk about that, the market dynamics which are functioning right there in the chart of Dogecoin against the US dollar. Then guys, we will have a look at ADA in the US dollar comparative, because Cardano has seen a nice breakout so far. We are seeing Cardano being quite bullish against US dollar, but as well being quite bullish in the Bitcoin comparative. So okay guys, all about that in today's video. With that being said, my name is Jeroen. Welcome to the Blockchain Today, the channel where you subscribe for daily crypto videos. Right now, let's jump into the Bitcoin price action, guys. But before we are zooming in right here on the Bitcoin price, let's take with every single one of us 1 single minute, as we always do. Scroll below this video and hit the thumbs up button. Guys, that is very much appreciated. Now let's jump into the Bitcoin price. Well, we have been talking about the Bitcoin price that we were trading in this descending channel, right? We saw a breakout out of that descending channel. We didn't saw a massive breakout. We haven't seen that much increase in the amount of volume as well the moment when that happened, right? This is something we would like to see if this were to be a decisive breakout and is showing that Bitcoin is leaving a certain market structure and entering a newer, more bullish market structure, guys. Then we want to see increased amounts of volume coming in. That would be nice, but right now we are not seeing that. So it is possible we are seeing a other pattern right here in the Bitcoin chart, which looks quite respected as well. And that pattern is better visible on the 4-hour time frame, and that it could be a rising wedge pattern where we have a uptrending support right here and we have a uptrending resistance. And normally, guys, a rising wedge pattern is essentially a bearish pattern, which means that the chances right here of breaking out to the downside is higher than breaking out to the upside. In a bull market, in the previous rally, we have seen a lot of rising wedge patterns which broke out to the upside, but the difference between them, guys, was that we've entered that rising wedge pattern from a uptrend. So normally most patterns, they can function as well as continuation patterns, which means that if we were to see a uptrend rising wedge pattern, so actually a uptrending consolidation, right, we could be seeing a breakout to the upside. Right now it's possible as well. Definitely we have a clear sign. I'm going to share you clear signals which we can use for this, but yeah, essentially this is a bearish pattern. We have a breakout to the downside, then a formed by a uptrending consolidation. Sometimes it's a bear flag, sometimes it's converging, and then we have a rising wedge pattern. And then the chances that we break the support right here is higher than that we break the resistance. Doesn't matter that we cannot break the resistance, we can also break this resistance right here. It's definitely possible. You could even call this a potential inverse head and shoulders with a left shoulder right here, head in the middle, right shoulder right there. I don't think it's very clean, but we have a clean neckline right there. So this could be a possibility as well, although I do think this is definitely a less likely scenario because the pattern is looking less clean right here, but it's just something to consider, right? Most likely Bitcoin will break out of this formation within the next days. We either going to break out to the upside and either going to break out to the downside. And one of the signals that we can use for this breakout, guys, is the daily momentum indicator. So if we go back to the daily time frame right here and I bring out the momentum indicators, then we can see that both on the RSI and on the MACD, we are approaching a very important resistance level where I have been talking about already so much. And this resistance, declining resistance, has already formed in the RSI since beginning this year, and on the MACD since approximately end of February. So this is a very significant resistance, and if we were to break above that resistance, then that is showing us that we are breaking a resistance created since the beginning of this year. So we are going to change the market structure if we have a look at the momentum. right? So if that were to happen, that would be definitely very bullish, and yeah, could bring a lot of new bullish momentum right here into this chart. However, the opposite is true as well, guys. Let's say we reach this level and we get a rejection, then the chances are very likely that we are going to see a breakout to the downside right here from this rising wedge formation. So guys, another reason for us to believe that Bitcoin right here is not looking that bullish in the immediate short-term time frame, unless we break that resistance on the daily RSI, is due to the fact that we are seeing some divergences in the momentum indicators. Normally, we are seeing that at the end of a rising wedge pattern, right before we break out to the downside. So normally when we are ending a rising wedge pattern, and at the end, if we combine the tops of the rising wedge pattern, we are seeing a divergence with the momentum indicator. So when we have a look at the price, we can see we've set a higher high right here in the price, but in the momentum indicator right here, we are setting lower highs. This is on the 4-hour time frame, guys, and we can see it as well on the MACD. On the MACD, we get a confirmation as well of a bearish divergence. So this is something to watch. We can as well use this, guys, as a declining resistance on the 4-hour time frame right here in this momentum indicator, the RSI. That this could be a resistance level. Yeah, if we were to break above this resistance, that can give us a clue in the immediate short-term time frame that we're going to see a attempt to break the resistance in the price as well. So this is another signal which you can use for trading Bitcoin in the immediate short-term time frame. Then, guys, next to having a look at the Bitcoin chart, I want to have let's first go to the Dogecoin chart, Doge against the US dollar. And Doge has been so popular recently. I've been talking about Doge in my video yesterday as well. And yeah, I want to have a quick talk about Doge today as well, just because a lot of people have been sending me messages asking me if they should buy Dogecoin. And I basically advised everybody to not buy Dogecoin, because we have seen such an amazing rally, and people think, the people who are newly into crypto, they think that they can make the same gains in Dogecoin which we have seen so far after that huge rally. But that is almost impossible. That's actually impossible, guys, because the amount of the market cap of Dogecoin right here was very low. So we needed less liquidity, we needed less money to get this crazy gains, right? Doge against the US dollar. And right now, when Doge had a market cap of 85 billion US dollars, we need a crazy amount of money, liquidity, to get the same amount of gains. The market is more matured. Dogecoin is a altcoin in the top 10, guys, in the top 10 on coin market cap with biggest market cap. So that is quite crazy, and it's not a good investment as well. It's not based on fundamentals. It's purely based on emotions and hypes. And most of you guys maybe have heard this phrase before, and that is buy the rumor, sell the news. This is something we are seeing quite often in the markets, that you should buy the rumor. So when nobody really is talking about it, or when you hear it mentioning once, you buy the rumor, but you sell the news. The moment when everybody is talking about it, like right here, we have seen also Dogecoin dumps following mention from Elon Musk on Saturday Night Live. So this is a typical sell the news event. This is a peak which was hitting right here on the news. Elon Musk talking again live on the radio about Dogecoin, and that was the moment we have seen that sell the news event, the first drop right here in Dogecoin's price. So guys, you have to be really careful with the coins that already have seen such a massive rally, because there's a lot of potential space to the downside, and these rallies, this is not healthy price action. This is not a healthy uptrend. This is a price action based on hype and emotion, which means what goes up must come down in the same speed. Sometimes it goes down even more faster than how it went up right there. And I have seen some crazy content about Dogecoin, guys. I even shared a video over on my Twitter from one guy saying online that Dogecoin could reach $3,000 US. Well, guys, to be honest, I think that is never going to happen unless we are seeing hype inflation, a very crazy unique event, but not a sustainable $3,000 US level. That is just the amount of market cap that Dogecoin needs for that is immense. It is really impossible, and I think it's very worrying if I see such people talking about these things online, because it really doesn't make any sense. And if you would have slightly some knowledge about the crypto markets, you wouldn't make those statements. So I would also say, guys, be careful to who you listen to online. Always make sure to listen with a very critical ear and use your own research as well when you are looking at my videos. I think that is definitely very, very important to do. Always trust your own instinct and trust on your own knowledge as well. And do your own research, even though you see other people being very excited online or you hear a lot of bullish news. Always make sure to double check things, do your own research, and use common sense basically. Let's go to ADA, the Bitcoin comparative. Let's start with the Bitcoin comparative. Cardano is actually looking quite bullish right here, guys. We had a nice falling wedge pattern which we traded, and afterwards we've been actually predicting that we are going to see that retracement back to the 61.80%. That was our buy zone right here. You can see that exactly was also the bottom eventually. Right now we took off and we broke above the previous all-time high right here on the daily time frame. Let me make a line right there. And right now you can see that the moment we broke above it, we saw a nice increase in the amount of volume, and we have backtested that level so far as support. So as long as Cardano is holding that level, guys, in the Bitcoin comparative, I think Cardano is actually looking quite bullish. And also when we have a look at Cardano in the US dollar comparative, it is actually not looking that bad. Cardano in the US dollar comparative was consolidating in the sideways range. I have been talking about it quite often right here on the channel, right? That most likely we are going to see a breakout to the upside, more likely than to the downside. We had a nice breakout in the RSI as well with this declining resistance right here. First we got a small fake out right there, but right here we got this breakout. We got a retest, and that was already before we actually saw the price breakout. So we already knew that the price were going to break out before it actually happened. This is looking quite good. We had a target. Let me scroll to the target right here. We have a target at approximately $1.95, slightly below that. That is the target that I've been trading it with the member section over on the blockchaintoday.com. So we have been trading this as well. The moment we break out, we took the retest right here, and that would be a trade of approximately 26%. Guys, right now let's have a look at the Bitcoin dominance, because the Bitcoin dominance is still looking bearish, but we could be seeing a bounce right here in the shorter term time frame. And the charts are aligning, guys. We have a lot of charts telling right now all the same story, so we have to have a close eye on all of these charts, and when it's confirmed we definitely have to take some action. So right here we see that the Bitcoin dominance is still decreasing. We are approaching a kind of important level right here at approximately 43.80. If we have a look at the history of the Bitcoin dominance, then it is right here. We can see that this level has been acting as resistance in the past, and it also has been acting as support. So this is one of the significance level that we are approaching in the Bitcoin dominance. Then we have one level below that, which is slightly more significant. That is the level of approximately 40%. Right here you can see as well that this level had been acting as resistance and support. And below that we have the bottom, which we have seen in 2017 or 2018, right here, the beginning of 2018, where the Bitcoin dominance bottomed out slightly above 35%. That was the peak of the altcoin season. That was the moment that the altcoins in the Bitcoin comparative had the highest valuation, so we're topping out. Right here we can see that the moment the Bitcoin dominance went up again, liquidity went back into Bitcoin, and the altcoins came down again in the Bitcoin comparative. Right now, guys, we have some conflicting signs. Because a lot of altcoin charts are looking quite bullish, but right now in the Bitcoin dominance chart it looks like we could be seeing a bounce right here in the near future, which means that liquidity will go back to Bitcoin. So normally when we are seeing a bounce in the Bitcoin dominance chart and when liquidity in the crypto markets will be focused back into Bitcoin, that actually only comes with two scenarios, and that is either euphoria or panic. So either Bitcoin is going to dump, like see a significant dump, not some price decline, but really a significant dump that most of the time comes along with a increase in the Bitcoin dominance due to the uncertainty. and when Bitcoin is going to make a rally. So when Bitcoin is going to make a clear rally, like if we were to break the declining resistances on the momentum indicators on the daily time frame, that could be one of the signals that Bitcoin is starting that major rally, right? Breakout to the upside from the rising wedge formation. So yeah, that could be a moment that we can see a bounce in the Bitcoin dominance as well. If Bitcoin continues to move sideways with the price, then most likely the Bitcoin dominance will continue to decline, and yeah, more liquidity will go to altcoins. So this is something we really have to watch closely, because if we were to see a bounce right here, you might want to consider to go temporary back into Bitcoin, depending in which altcoin you're trading, but go temporary back into Bitcoin and yeah, wait till we have seen that bounce, that retracement, rally or dump in the Bitcoin price, and then reposition into altcoins when we are at a higher dominance level. But so far, I'm not touching my altcoins at all, because a lot of altcoins are still looking bullish. I want to wait right here, because it's like, for example, right here we have seen something similar in the Bitcoin dominance, where we actually bottomed out on the RSI. We went up right here, but the Bitcoin dominance just moved sideways. We haven't seen really a bounce, and then we created space for more bearish momentum. We saw a further drop, and that was a lot of liquidity went back into altcoins right here. So we could be seeing something similar as well, where the RSI is slightly going up, the dominance is slightly going sideways, and eventually is going to dump further. That is definitely possible. Right here we can see something, another scenario as well, where we bottomed out on the RSI. That actually looks quite similar, like we are doing right now, similar levels right here at the bottom. But then you can see we had a further drop in the Bitcoin dominance, quite a big of a drop, while the RSI moved to the upside. So that we could see that as well right here, where we are going to create that bigger divergence, where the dominance is going to continue to decline right here, and the RSI is going to move up, creating this divergence. So guys, we have to watch this chart closely, together with the altcoin charts and together with Bitcoin against US dollar, because all of these charts, they will align with each other, they will fit into each other, and most of the time they will all three tell the same story. So once we are seeing that alignment, that is the moment that we can act up on it. Right now it's a little bit unclear whether we are going to see further altcoin season, further liquidity going into altcoins, or whether we are going to see a big move coming on with Bitcoin. Okay guys, that was it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed today's analysis. Guys, for every single one of you who still wants to take the next step into their trading journey, I would highly recommend to sign up for my cryptocurrency trading course at theblockchaintoday.com, where you will learn everything you need to know in order to create your own profitable trading strategy based on your needs as a trader. So we have traders who want to trade every single day, who want to make it a full-time allocation. That is possible. I have a lot of theoretics and proven trading models which I'm teaching you in my trading course if you would like to become a very serious trader, but as well for people who already have a full-time job and just want to swing trade next to it. I'm also having a lot of theoretics and proven trading strategies for you in the cryptocurrency trading course. So it's a really all-round trading course teaching you to create your own profitable cryptocurrency trading strategy based on the trading strategy that you really want to create in your life. So that can be quite different for anybody, right? One wants to be a full-time trader, one wants to be a part-time trader, but either way, for both sides, there are trading strategies, there are possibilities, and I'm teaching them over in my cryptocurrency trading course. Then for every single one who wants to take the next step and wants to get more insights in the markets from me, and wants to see the trades that I'm taking, and want to have a private Discord where you now and then can ask questions or suggest charts which I'm going to analyze, you can join the member section over on the blockchain today. Right now we have still the discounted price, because the first 25 members, they can enroll with a lifetime discounted price of $69 per month. Right now we have about 20 members, so there are 5 spots left approximately. So for everybody who's interested in that, you can still sign up with the discounted price over on the blockchain today under the member section. Then guys, I want to wish every single one of you an awesome day today, and I will see every single one of you in the next video.